Hi, it's Cheryl. Welcome to Homeward Studio. For today's video, I have 4 patriotic ideas to share with you. So let's waste no time and get right into the video. All right, number 1. And this is a sign, or a wall hanger, I should say. And here's how I made it. I have the scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. I have the frame from the Dollar Tree. The wooden crosses are from Hobby Lobby, and I have antique wax. So I'm just going to remove all the pieces from the inside of this frame. And it's a nice picture. I'm going to keep that. Probably do something with that for the holidays. But I'm using it right now as a template just to cut the part of the flag paper here that I want. And so I just traced it out on the back, and I'm just going to cut it out. And by the way, if you don't know this, you can order things from Hobby Lobby. So if you don't have one close to you, go check out their, and I'm not sponsored by them, but go check out their website, because you can get some really great things there. And they have a ton of scrapbook paper like this. Anyway, I'm showing you there was a plastic piece on the front of it, but because I'm going to glue a cross on it and I'm going to glue God Bless America on it, I can't put that plastic sheet on there. So anyway, I was just kind of playing around with that. So I am painting this, all the words God Bless America, and these wood letters are from Hobby Lobby as well, in Crafts Smart paint, and it's navy, or also it's called blue marine. It's a perfect color, I think. And now I'm just putting some antique wax on this cross, and then I'll wipe it off with a baby wipe. And I always cut my pieces just slightly bigger because I don't mind making them smaller just in case. But if they're smaller and you can see, the edge, that's not good. I've done it a million times, so I always make them smaller, knowing that I'm probably going to have to trim it down. Anyway, I just popped it back in the frame, and I glued that cross up there. And now I'm just going to put God Bless America on here. I measured it to find the middle. I'm going to play with these so I get them straight. And I am actually going to take Mod Podge. And the reason I'm taking Mod Podge is because this is scrapbook paper and Mod Podge is basically glue. And this is going to stick really well because it's just, wood gluing it to the paper. It should anyway. Did want to use hot glue because that would be messy, and I didn't want to use super glue because that would be messy as well. And anyway, it took a while to do that, so I didn't show you all that, but this is how it turned out. Very simple, very inexpensive, and this just turned out so beautiful, I think. Okay, number 2. This is a miniature breadboard, I guess you would call it. It's a tier tray piece, basically. So I have the breadboard here. I have the clings from the Dollar Tree. I have chalk paint and sheepskin, or basically it's off-white. I have the antique wax, and I have that ribbon from the Dollar Tree. So first I'm going to paint this whole entire piece with the sheepskin, or it's also known as plaster, basically, if you have the Waverly. And I'm going to get the sides really well. And I got this breadboard piece. I probably got like 25 of them or 30 of them from Temu. Yes, I did. I ordered from Temu, you guys. I wasn't going to, and I did for the first time in a few years. And I don't know why. Do you guys have good luck or bad luck with Temu? Let me know. But anyway, this turned out really well. I got these in. I ordered about 20 things, and they're piecemealing it to me. And my phone is just blowing up with Temu, this and that and the other. Anyway, as you saw, I did distress it with antique and then make sure that's dry, the paint, and then distress it with a dry brush. And then I put Mod Podge on it, make sure everything's dry in between each coat. And then I took the USA, I want to call it sticker, the window cling, and then the little star here, and I just popped it on top. So that's all dry. And then I put more Mod Podge on it just to keep that, down so it sticks. And then when that's all dry, I'm just taking some jute and I'm going to wrap it around the handle a few times. And then I took a piece of jute and I folded it in half and I knotted it up on top, and then I put the loop through the handle and then I pulled it through. Now I'm going to take some Jenga blocks and I'm going to glue them on the back. I don't know why I didn't finish that. And then maybe because I thought it needs something else. I had a blue button there. It was kind of blue and white button. I put that on there and then I glued the Jenga blocks on, and this is how it turned out. I think it's super cute. This could be a little teeny shelf sitter, or it could be a tiered tray piece. Okay, number 3. This is just a floral arrangement. I have the vase. I thought it was really pretty from the Dollar Tree. I have the napkin from Home Goods. This denim looking wired ribbon is from the Dollar Tree. I love it. I use it a lot. I have Mod Podge. So I'm just going to remove all the layers from the napkin. And I love this napkin. It is so pretty. And you don't have to use Patriotic napkin. You don't have to use the same one. I just like this napkin. I pick them up when I see them. And, I love napkins. I have tons of them. And yeah, I need to start packaging them and selling them because I have you guys, you have no idea how many napkins I have. And I'd be embarrassed to show you. Anyway. So I made sure that the vase was clean, and now I have my fan brush because those work great. And I'm just putting a starter strip of Mod Podge on this vase. And then I remembered I always forget to spritz my napkin. It helps a lot. Spritz that because it relaxes the fibers and it adheres better. And it doesn't wrinkle as much. So I'm very, very carefully, this is why I like the fan brush, very carefully kind of pushing it down into that little groove there. I'm going up and down as well as back and forth, but this video is sped up and I'm going very slow so I don't tear the napkin. And then again, same thing, I put Mod Podge on top. I spritz the paper, I put Mod Podge on the bottom, put the paper on top, kind of put more Mod Podge on top of that and smushed it in very carefully. You don't want to use a whole lot of Mod Podge, and I didn't get a whole lot of wrinkles. There were a couple, and you'll see in a minute, I just took plastic paper or saran wrap, and I waited until it was not super dry, but kind of dry, where it's still supple, and I just pushed all the wrinkles out of there, smoothed them out. It worked really well. And this vase turned out so beautiful. It's probably the paper, but I really like the vase itself. So then I went with some more Mod Podge and I just got the ends there after I cut them and sanded them down on the top and the bottom, and look at how pretty that is. Yeah, I love this. If you can find one of those vases, if you don't do patriotic pieces, and if you find one of these vases, pick up a napkin. They have beautiful napkins at the Dollar Tree, Marshalls. You can order them, Home Goods. Yeah, they're everywhere. So anyway, I have the hydrangeas from the Dollar Tree. I had them in my stash. I have 4 of them, and I just folded the ends up. And I have the ribbon here from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to dovetail the ends there. And this is super simple. I'm just going to tie it around the center of the vase here. And as you can see, the way I place the napkin, I have the bow that's on the napkin. I put that in the middle on the top. I put one knot in it, and I put the little rusty, crusty star on it that I had in my stash. And now I'm just going to pop my hydrangeas in there. And that's it. This is just super, super easy and very inexpensive. And if you just want a little pop of something patriotic on your shelf, this is the perfect way to do it. Or it doesn't have to be patriotic, like I said. You can do strawberry theme. You can do flowers. You can do whatever you want. Here I'm showing you this on the riser, a little teeny riser, and that is my next idea to share with you. Okay, this is the last one, last but not least, number 4. And this is a little teeny riser, and I think this is so adorable. And this could be a tiered tray piece as well. So I have the star from the Dollar Tree. I have antique wax. I have some more of that napkin left over. I have some little beads from the Dollar Tree and some ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And I don't use the ribbon that I showed you. I use cream color rickrack because it didn't match. So anyway, I just took a coat of Mod Podge and I put it on the star here. Then I dried it so it's completely dry. While that's, sitting there drying even more, I'm painting these beads in the vintage wax. And then I'm taking I just put them on a skewer. It's easy for me to do it that way. Then I just take a baby wipe and I'm just wiping off the excess. And now I'm going to go around the side of the star here, just the side and the bottom, not the top where the Mod Podge is, but the bottom as well, just to finish off the piece. And then when I'm done, I took a baby wipe again and wiped off the extra. And I'm just going to place that napkin on top the way I want it to look. I wanted to get the bow on it, but the bows on this napkin were all on the sides and on the end. There were no bows in the middle. That would have been really cool, but I love the flowers on this and the subtlety of the red, white, and blue. And yeah, I just took you saw first, I forgot parchment paper. It felt kind of funny. I'm like, why is this sticking? I didn't ruin anything, luckily. Then I remembered, my parchment paper. So I just grabbed it, and as you see, I looked at it, made sure it was all stuck down on the sides, and then that's it. I'm going to cut this off. And then I believe I take a nail file and file this down when I'm done. Yeah. So you can take, any kind of sanding block or finger sander, nail file, whatever you have. Pull it away from the paper. Don't push the paper up. Pull it down and away from the paper, just in case you don't want to tear that paper. And now I'm going to show you, this is the rickrack that I have. I believe this is from the Dollar Tree too. It's just off-white. And I'm just going around the perimeter of the star here. And see how I kind of put a strip of hot glue down there, and then I pulled the ribbon across, and then I pushed it down in the middle with my little spatula there. It worked really well. Super easy, very quick. All these pieces are very easy, very quick, and very inexpensive. And they're fun to make too. Yeah, I love that. I think it's so adorable. And then I'm going to glue the little beads on here for the feet, and they're they're crooked. I don't know why. I glued them on crooked. I had to remove them. Yeah, see that? Kind of weird. I don't know what I was thinking. I had to remove them and redo it. But yeah, super cute. This is how it turned out. Okay, here is the whole shebang, meaning all the pieces I made today and then some. These are pieces that I made previous to this video. I do have another patriotic video coming out, but I think I'm going to put something summary out first and then do one more patriotic video. And there's my trusty mascot. I don't have a dog, but I have the mascot there, the Highland cow. And here are some more pieces that are not patriotic. I thought I'd just, if you're not familiar with my channel or if you haven't seen my last couple videos, these are some of the things that I've made. Bees, strawberries, let's see what else, lemon, birds, all kinds of stuff. And that's all I have for you today. But like I said, I have more coming up shortly, so make sure you click on the subscribe button and hit all. Like my video, hype it, share it, and all that good stuff, and I'll be back very soon. And until then, you have a blessed week. Bye.